Darkness is not the absence of light. It is more uncontrollable and sinister. You were there, waiting. Because the darkness is not dark to you. At least, not always. The coming darkness was too deep for us to grasp.
It would appear that we now want the same thing as Pilate.
Senior leaders in every district should question and expose Jesus.
I just can't stop seeing how we could be doing things faster and more efficiently.
You deserve a stipend for your specialized work. You can at least make sure that you have resources to keep the mission going.
My ledgers are in the red. I told you to make life difficult for the followers of Jesus.
It is on this rock that I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
This infernal chaos. Why can no one control these people?
What just happened to all of you? It's about to get worse.
Now that I'm here, physical death does not interrupt our eternal life.
Lazarus! Come out!
I remember you wishing there could be another way. And looking back, I do too. I still don't know why it has to be this way. The bitter often mingled with the sweet. You told us it would be like that. Was how you lived. The man of sorrows. Acquainted with grief.
And here to share more about the Season 4 release is Katherine Warnock, Vice President of Original Content for The Chosen. Katherine, it is so great to have you. Let's begin for folks who may not know. So as Vice President of Content for The Chosen, tell me about your role.
It's a busy role. I wear a lot of really wonderful hats, but I oversee all ancillary content, so anything from Christmas special to various documentary series. I also work on development, potentially building out some new television series and the like, potentially.
Okay,
Efrem.
okay. You heard it here first.
I know, heard it here first. I also oversee a number of our special projects, theatrical releases, Feeding of the 5,000, Chosen Con. I oversee our cast relations, and press. So I'm a busy woman.
Yeah, we get to see a lot of you. How did you first become aware of The Chosen? Everybody has a story about how we found it. How did you first become aware?
I feel like I have bragging rights, okay? Because Dallas always says, people will ask him, did you know that The Chosen was going to be this global phenomenon? He always says no. I get to say yes, I did. I get to say, God let me in on a secret. I was head of faith and family content at MGM Film Studios under Mark Burnett and Roma Downey, who we all know and love.
Absolutely.
And the pilot episode for The Chosen, called The Shepherd, came across my desk. To this day, I have no idea how. And I have no idea how. And I just started watching, and in this industry, I'm sad to say, we X out it. We stop watching 5-10 seconds in. We know what we have. It's muscle memory. We understand. So I took note that I was still watching a minute in, I was still watching 3 minutes in, I was tearing up 5 minutes in. I watched the entire thing in one sitting. I'm properly bawling by the end. I immediately emailed Mark and Roma and I said, you have to acquire this. This is going to take over the world. It will become a global phenomenon. To their great credit, they immediately tried. Unfortunately, to no avail. And years later, I happened to organically be watching The Chosen at my husband's encouragement. I had just had my third baby. It was long nights. The Chosen kept me alive. And all of a sudden it dawned on me, this is, because The Shepherd is different. It's not part of the Chosen series directly. So it dawned on me that this was one and the same. And here we are, global phenomenon.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, we were able to watch the official trailer for Season 4, and we know fans around the world cannot wait to get to the theaters to see this. What are you looking forward to most, Season 4?
I'm excited as a fan, so not just a producer, but I'm excited as a fan to watch we start seeing the story come alive in new facets, new ways. We suddenly see the stepping stones, if you will, being laid for where we know Jesus' story is headed. And we also see the stepping stones for Thomas. Why is he known as Doubting Thomas?
Yeah.
Judas, obviously. How does Judas get to where his story is headed? So we start seeing the stepping stones for all of their stories and many others taking place in season 4. And we also see the reality of the humanity of Jesus more, how lonely it must have been as he saw, you know, what many would assume was the end coming. So it's a hard season, but a beautiful, beautiful season, and we always think it's the best one yet.
I love it. One of the changes we're seeing in season 4 is a new actor playing the role of Philip. I don't want to mess up his name. Is it Reza Diaco?
Reza.
Reza Diaco.
Yes.
Can you tell me about him and what he brings to the role?
Reza, there's just such a steadfastness to Reza, and how intimidating would it be to come into a role in the 4th season? And for those that don't know, our cast are like family.
Yes.
It's unlike any cast and even crew, how they work together, how they collaborate. It really is unique. It's phenomenal. And so Reza came into a very tight crew, and everyone was a bit, how is this going to work?
Yeah.
Is he going to be shy? Is he going to be overbearing? And he just came in humble, earnest, and was a true fan of the show to begin with, which is exceptional. So he fit in perfectly. The cast welcomed him with open arms. So he brings a steadfastness that and an earnestness. And you can feel his passion for the role through how he plays Phillips. We're excited for you to meet him.
Well, I cannot wait, cannot wait. Now, Dallas mentioned the thread of season 4 is that Jesus, as you say, finds himself becoming weary and heavy laden. What are some ways you dive into that?
What I mentioned earlier, just the loneliness of Jesus, as he starts having to navigate this new terrain of kind of the various elements stacking against him, if you will. Even his own followers not really understanding that his followers are having to grapple with the dynamics of what are happening. You start seeing, as I mentioned, Judas, you start seeing Thomas, and there are a lot of curveballs in this season that you wouldn't expect in the way our Dallas and the writers take storytelling. So it truly is exceptional in just watching the heaviness that comes upon Jesus and how Jesus handles that. The intimacy with the Father is on full display, and just the beauty of his followers and how they respond. Sometimes the lack of beauty of how they respond.
I know. They always give me hope. I'm like, well, if you could walk alongside, I think I might just be okay.
Yes, you and me both.
Now, we know that season 3 left us with Simon and Jesus walking on the water.
Yes.
Where does season 4 pick up?
Season 4 picks up in the story we all know so well. We see John the Baptist in prison. And we know where his story is headed, and so we start setting up the momentum for the ultimate death of John the Baptist. And from a cinematic perspective, the storytelling, as a fan of the show, I can say is impeccable.
Cannot wait to see. What message do you want Chosen fans from around the world to walk away with after watching season 4?
I say this as a fan again, as like a true fan from day one. Before anyone, I get to say I was a fan. The series reminds me of not only the hope that we can find in Jesus, but the permission to be in process. And we see that time and time again displayed, and in season 4 more than ever. We see that Jesus gives us permission to be in process, that he just says, hey, faithfulness doesn't have to look like the full delivery of we are perfect, we are Jesus himself. But he's saying, I'm just asking for your yes. And I'm asking that you would follow me and that you would trust me to do the work in you. You just give me your yes. And that's what I love about The Chosen in season 4 in particular.
I love that. Permission to be in process. That's something we can all use daily. Permission to be in process. Katherine, thank you so much for being with us. We certainly appreciate it. The Chosen season 4 hits theaters now, and you can visit thechosen.tv for information on where and how you can watch at a theater near you.
Hello, I'm Gordon Robertson. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more encouraging videos like this one. Welcome to the 700 Club Interactive family, and God bless you.